Hello everyone, welcome to KPU presentation. My name is Ho Jung and today I'm the International Recruitment Coordinator for KPU and I'm here to present about KPU. So, welcome you all. So this is just a slide to acknowledge our land, acknowledgement in Vancouver. So I'm gonna go to the next slide. So before we start, I'd like to invite you to watch a video about the university.
What will it mean to you? For some, it's where the impossible becomes possible and where true transformation takes place. For others, it's the moment when you realize that boundaries aren't meant to be pushed. They're meant to be broken. It's what turns dreams into goals and plans into accomplishments. It's where challenge meets opportunity, and it can be the guiding light in the fog or the spark, igniting the engine that was always there. It's a place to embrace diversity and welcome challenges with open arms and a fighting spirit, where you empower each other and build lasting bonds. A place where experience drives learning. A place to be bolder, braver. Whatever it means to you, one thing is certain. It's where thought meets action. And at KPU, it's only the beginning.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's talk about the location of the university. So KPU is located in an area called Metro Vancouver. So we're on the west coast of Canada, and we have 5 campuses spreading across the region. So on the map, you can see the 5 campuses. So we have a campus in Richmond. Our main campus is in Surrey. We have 2 other campuses in Surrey as well. And then the last campus is in Langley. So the program that you take will determine which campus you will study at. For most international students, they will study either at the Richmond or the Surrey campus. So KPU is the only polytechnic university in Canada, and this means that we have the advantage of being a polytechnic while we're still a university, and all of the benefits that comes with the university. So by polytechnic, it means that we use applied learning. We are a teaching-focused university, and our number 1 goal for students is to be job ready when they graduate from our program. Okay, so these are the 10 reasons why you should choose KPU. However, I'm just going to pick a few to talk about them. So the first is location, Vancouver. So we're in Vancouver. So as you know, Vancouver has some of the mildest temperatures or weather in Canada. So we're not too cold in the winter, and in the summer, we're not too hot. Second, we have hands-on learning. So that this means that all of our programs have some hands-on component to the program, whether it is practicum, co-op, internship, or it's a work-integrated learning in the program. And the next thing that I want to talk about, and this is quite important if you are interested in working in Canada, is you will have the right to work in Canada after you graduate, because we are a university, so a lot of our programs are eligible for the PGWP, which will allow you to stay after you graduate from the program. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about each faculty that we have and the programs that I want to highlight. So first of all, Faculty of Art. So Faculty of Art just means that the Faculty of Social Sciences and Arts. So we have a lot of programs, right? So you can see a lot of the traditional social sciences programs such as psychology, criminology, and journalism. So these are the three programs that are really strong at KPU, especially the Bachelor of Journalism, because we are the only one in Vancouver that offers the Bachelor of Journalism in Vancouver. Criminology is also a strong program. We offer criminology at both the diploma and the bachelor's degree level. So, and there is a co-op with criminology. So if you're interested in doing co-op with criminology, you can do it. But the program, another group of programs that I want to highlight is called the Entertainment Arts Program. So this is basically digital arts. And if you want to work in the digital creative industry, this type of program is for you. So we have 3 diploma programs. 3D animation, we have 1 program in virtual production and then 1 program in game development. And if you don't have any creative experience, then we also offer the certificate foundation in ENTA to sort of help you get familiar with the program before you begin your diploma program. So our instructors within the ENTA programs are industry leaders. So these are some of the film projects that they work on. Vancouver being one of the largest hubs of film and post-production in Canada, we actually do a lot of post-production for Hollywood. And also there's a lot of filming happening in and around Vancouver. So the industry is really booming for the 3D animation, for virtual production, for game development as well. For the game development program, it is actually a combination of both coding and design. So you will be able to learn the technical stuff and also the design aspects of game. And by the end of the program, the aim for you to graduate, you have to have a portfolio, right, before you graduate. And in your portfolio, usually you will have about 12 games that you have developed throughout the program. So that will help you get a job after you graduate. These 3 programs are eligible for PGWP. So if you're interested in this type of program, please be ensured that you have the right to stay in Canada to work after you finish. Next, I want to talk about the Melville School of Business. So this is just the name for our Faculty of Business, and it is one of the largest faculties of business in Western Canada. So as you can see, we offer a lot of programs before. We still offer a lot of programs right now. However, if you are interested in a work permit after you finish, then there are only several programs left for you to choose from. Of course, as a university, all of our bachelor's degree programs are eligible, right? So we have 4 business administration bachelor's degrees in our School of Business. There are several streams in human resources management, marketing management, entrepreneur leadership, and accounting. Right, so those 4 are eligible for PGWP. The other bachelor's degree that is also eligible would be the Bachelor of Information Technology. Not only do they qualify for PGWP, they would also qualify for, it would be easier for you to immigrate to Canada if that is your goal, because it's a STEM program. And in British Columbia, the government really focuses and want to prioritize people from STEM and healthcare background. So the only diploma left in this School of Business is the Diploma in Computer Information Systems. So those are the 6 programs that would qualify you for a PGWP. Let me go back to the School of Business. So we also offer postgraduate programs. We actually offer 6 programs. However, the eligible program right now is the Post-Baccalaureate in Operations and Supply Chain Management. So that is the only program that is offered, and it is a really popular program even before all of the PGWP, because our postgraduate program is really attractive in terms of duration, in terms of pricing. So for duration, it's 2 years, right? So it will allow students to get a 3-year PGWP after, and also the tuition fees are only about 27 to 28,000 Canadian dollars for 2 years, which makes it really attractive and competitive for postgraduate programs in and around Vancouver. Okay, so next is our probably the most well-known School of Design in Canada, our Wilson School of Design. So Wilson comes from the last name of Chip Wilson. He is the founder of a company called Lululemon. So he was an alumni at KPU, and so when KPU was building the faculty or the school business, he contributed money along with the university and the government to build the Wilson School of Design. So that's why it bears his name. So for the Wilson School of Design, we have a total of 8 programs. However, we only have 5 that are eligible for PGWP. So again, as a university, any bachelor's degree would qualify for a PGWP. We have fashion design, interior design, graphic design, and product design. So those are the 4 bachelor degrees. The fashion design is probably the most competitive to get into, as we have a very limited number of seats. I would say that the least competitive, and if you really want to get into design, would be product design. And product design has everything, has most applications in the real world, in my opinion, because you can work in many, many industries, in fashion, medical, sports, anything that has, product would involve product design. So it's a good program. We also offer a diploma in what we call front-end development for interactive applications. In other words, it's just UI UX design. So that program is also eligible for PGWP. All of the programs in School of Design are offered only once a year in September. So if you are a grade 12 student this year, so this is now the time for you to look into applying to one of these programs for next year's starts. Faculty of Health. So at KPU, we offer these health programs to international students. And I'd like to take the opportunity here to talk about a brand new program that is starting next year in the fall 2025. And that is the Bachelor of Traditional Chinese Medicine. We are the only public university to offer this program in all of Canada. So before, we offered the diploma in Traditional Chinese Medicine, but it only focused on acupuncture. And right now, we expanded to a bachelor's degree. So the program would cover acupuncture, from the basic level to the advanced level, and then also herbology, so that you can give prescriptions to patients. You will also learn about traditional like Chinese therapy massages, and you can do that for your patient as well. So upon graduation on the bachelor's degree, you will register with the province to become a TCM practitioner, or other words, you can also be called a Doctor of Traditional Chinese Medicine. So TCM is actually a healthcare program, is aligned with healthcare. With the government of Canada and also in the province of BC. So you will have a lot of benefits of, not only will you get a PGWP, you will also get more opportunity if you want to pursue permanent residence with TCM. Other programs that we offer are the Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing, also a very good program to pursue. It's like regular nursing, but in the mental health aspect. So you will also work in hospital or clinic setting, but more with the psychiatrist or psychologist, and instead of like a regular nurse. And for the 1-year certificate, we have the healthcare assistant, also very popular. However, because it's only a one-year program, so you will only get to stay in Canada for 1 year after you graduate. But all the other programs, because they are 2 years or longer, you will have a maximum of 3 years of stay in Canada. Faculty of Science. So this is where most of our programs, I should say most of the programs within the faculty are eligible are with the Faculty of Science because they are classified, they are categorized as STEM program. So we offer traditional science programs like mathematics, physics, or chemistry, or health sciences. However, because we are a polytechnic university, our programs are very practical and have real-world applications, not just about academic or research. I'll give an example of the Bachelor of Mathematics. So there are several streams that students can choose from within the Bachelors of Mathematics. So for example, if they want to become a high school teacher in Canada, they can do the Math Education stream. So once they finish that, they can do a further teaching certificate, and after that, they can become a K-12 teacher in BC or in Canada. Or if they want to work in healthcare, but as a math professional, there is a stream that combines biology and mathematics. So you remember when COVID happened, there's a lot of people working in healthcare and they give out numbers on predictions or casualties. So those group of people have a special and unique skill of combining mathematics and biology because they understand both. Or if you want to work with computer, there is a computational mathematics stream that you can choose. So it's quite close to computer science. So that is just one example of like how practical the programs at KPU are designed. However, for KPU, I would say the horticulture program is the unique program because we are the only one offering that in British Columbia. So for horticulture, so what does it do? Again, there are many streams. If you want to work outdoors and not in an office a lot, you can choose turf management. So turf management will train you to become one example of career that you can pursue would be the golf course manager because in BC alone, there are 400 golf courses, and there are many opportunities for people who have the specialty to manage to work on golf courses. Or if you want to do city planning, like urban planning, there is a stream called urban ecosystems that you can pursue, right? And for the Bachelor of Sustainable Agriculture, that is also quite a unique program because we partner with the province of British Columbia to create an institute of food security. So our students are not only working in the program on the farm, but also for the government to ensure food security for BC and for Canada as a whole. And this is one of the only 2 programs offered in Canada and the only one in BC. So quite a good program to choose from. And again, I would say this, that a lot of our science programs are actually eligible for PGWP because they are STEM programs. Yeah, so just some testimonial from a student. So this one is from Vietnam. He was a transfer student from the US actually, and then he pursued a 2-year bachelor. So after he finished a diploma, associate degree, I should say, in the States, he transferred to KPU to pursue his bachelor's degree. And he got actually about 80% of the courses transferred from the state to KPU. So that is quite helpful. 80% of our programs have a work component, as I mentioned in the beginning. So it can be a practicum, it can be a co-op. A co-op means that students will take time away from their studies so that they can go and work full-time at a company and get paid. Or they can do internship, and internships at KPU are paid internships so they can go and work, get paid for 6 months. So because they're working part-time, they can still take classes at the same time. These are the programs that offer co-op. So co-op is optional. You don't have to do it to graduate, but if you do, it'll look great on your CV. The postgraduate program that I mentioned before, so that is the only postgraduate program that we offer right now that is eligible for PGWP. The Operation Supply Chain Management actually has co-op, so it's pretty good if the student wants to do that. Okay. So these are the postgraduate that we offer and the graduate diplomas. But as I said, if you're interested in working, then the Operation and Supply Chain Management is your only option right now. So how much does it cost to study at KPU? So for undergraduate programs such as diploma, associate degree, and bachelor's degree, the tuition fees are $24,000 a year. So we offer one of the lowest tuition fees in Metro Vancouver. And then for the the postgraduate program, we start at 14. And to be exact, that is the tuition fees for the Operation and Supply Chain Management at $14,000. And then with the living expenses, so we would go with what the government recommends right now. So it's going to be about $20,000 a year, especially if you're going to live in Vancouver, which is a big city. So you should prepare for your living cost in Vancouver. Okay. So scholarships. For Thai students, we offer several scholarships. The first one is the financial award, $1,000 per year for the duration of the program. So if it's a 2-year program, they get $2,000. It's a 4-year program, they get $4,000. This is automatic. The students don't have to do anything, they will get it. It's guaranteed. On top of it, they can apply for the President's Awards Scholarship if they apply to a bachelor's degree. So it is $30,000, and this is quite competitive because they will be competing against domestic students. So they'll look at GPA, personal statements, extracurricular activities, and things like that, right? So that's why we come up with the Regional Entrance Scholarship that is open to certain international students. So not all international students is qualified, but Thai student can apply to this one, and it's worth $5,000. I would say that it's a lot less competitive than the President's Scholarship because not many people would apply. So that gives the student a really good chance of winning the scholarship. Right? And right now for 2024, until the end of this year, we're offering fee application waivers as well, so you can apply to KPU at no charge. So I'll go quickly through the admission requirements. So for most programs at KPU, we require students to have high school completion and also English requirements. So English can be as a form of IELTS or Duolingo or TOEFL. If they don't have enough IELTS and TOEFL, in many cases, like especially for our open intake programs, they can be packaged with our KPU Pathway, which is ESL program. So we take students with IELTS or equivalent as low as 4 with the lowest subband score, right? So as low as 4, we can take them. They can do 1 year of Pathway, and then they can start their main program. So these are the intakes that we accept students. So we have 3 intakes a year. So in the fall, spring, and summer. For the spring, it starts in January, not to confuse people with the spring is in May. So, and these are the application deadlines. So right now, you can apply for the summer 2025 and the fall 2025. So once you have met all the requirements, and we will give you the offer letter. Usually it takes about 2 weeks. And then if you accept your offer and you pay the confirmation deposit, we'll issue the letter of acceptance along with the Pell so that you can start applying for your visa. Again, so this is very important for PGWP. All of our bachelor's degrees are eligible for PGWP. Some associate degree and diplomas are eligible. We have a list on our website that has all of the programs eligible for PGWP, so you don't have to worry about whether your program is eligible or not. Yeah, so this is just the list that I talked about. It's posted on our website, so yeah, lots and lots of bachelor's degree with one postgraduate at the very end. Yeah, so if you're ready to apply, feel free. We work with our partner here in Thailand, which is Pacific Premier. And if you're ready to apply, feel free to contact them. They will guide you through the whole process. They work very closely with us, from application to assisting you with your visa. So feel free to contact Pacific Premier for further assistance on how to apply to KPU. And that's it. Yeah, thank you.